Another agency of government, many of you probably don't work with, we work here with closely on many issues dealing with rural issues, and that's the USDA Rural Development. They do a great job. They do a lot of work that probably many of you don't know, and our state director of rural development is here, Randy Gore. I know he came in. I'm gonna, Randy, come up and say just hello. I told him, ask him to come up. Randy Gore is doing a great job. We work with this agency, and I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Farm Bureau members, this man is a credit to North Carolina, and he's a credit to the USDA Rural Development. Randy, glad to have you with us this morning.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to all of you. Now, Larry, you know you're putting me on the spot. I know Larry's doing an excellent job over here at Farm Bureau, and quite frankly, I just wanted to show up and kind of hear what all was going to be presented here today. I didn't know that I was going to be speaking, but thanks for the opportunity to speak. I will tell you that I know Farm Bureau for personal reasons. I've been with Farm Bureau since about 1984, so I know a lot about Farm Bureau. I know you're doing a lot of good things. A little bit about rural development. We are the lending arm for the Department of Agriculture, and some of you will remember us when we were Farmers Home Administration. And some things happened during the 80s that were not so good for the agency, and in about 1985, 95, 96, there was a divorce, if you will, and Farm Service Agency acquired all of our farm portfolio, and we took on about, at that time, about 35 different programs. Now we administer about 43 different programs. And we're the folk that are responsible for ensuring that rural folk here in North Carolina have opportunities that you would find in Charlotte or New York City or other places as it relates to clean water and sewer, good quality housing for our folk. If the Secretary of Agriculture was here, he would tell you that about 43% of the folk in America come from rural parts. About 16% come from rural parts, while about 43% of the armed forces are made up of rural folk. So 43% of our people from the rural parts of America come to the military. Now that says something about the kind of ethics that you find in rural parts. What we know, and Dean, you know this, by and large, some of our best and brightest come from rural parts of North Carolina. And they come to places like Raleigh and Chapel Hill and Durham, and they acquire an education, and they never return to the rural parts. And that's, in large measure, regrettable. But what we're trying to do as an agency is we're trying to make sure that all the things that would allow folk an opportunity to go back and enjoy the rural parts, whether it's clean water and sewer, whether it's clean housing, whether it's fire and rescue protection, whether it's town halls, whatever you need that's going to improve and enhance the quality of life across rural North Carolina, those are the things we're trying to do for North Carolina. And I'm proud to say that since October of 2009, when I became state director here in North Carolina, we've been able to requisition a little more than $7 billion to the rural parts of North Carolina. About $7.2 billion we've been able to requisition, and that doesn't even count the dollars that we brought to North Carolina this fiscal year. So those are the kinds of things we're trying to do. We're trying to ensure that while you're doing those things out of course rural North Carolina that provides food and fiber for the rest of us, we're allowing opportunities for you and your families and your children to have good quality state of life out of course rural North Carolina. And I just want to say thank you, Larry, for inviting me to the podium, and thanks for allowing me and my employees to serve rural North Carolina. Thanks.